there. Welcome to Urinetown. Not the place, of course. The musical. Urinetown, the place is... well, let's just say it's a place you're going to hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They caught an old so-and-so off to Urinetown the other day.
Is that so? What did he do?
Oh, such and such, I hear?
What do you know? Oh, so-and-so.
It's a mythical place, you see. A bad place. A place that you won't see until Act 2, and then, well, let's just say it's full of symbolism and that sort of thing. But Urinetown, the musical, well, here we are. It takes place in a town that you might find in any musical. This here's the first setting for the show. As you can see, the sign says public amenity number 9. That means public bathroom. These folks here have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only toilet that they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought. A shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd.
Whoa, little Sally. Not all at once. They'll learn more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
That's right, little Sally. You're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about that subject matter?
Well,
Or a bad title even. That could kill a show pretty good.
well, Sally, suffice it to say that in Urinetown, the musical, everyone has to use these public facilities in order to do their private business. That's the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We can't have you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get Urinetown, off you'll go to Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown. You won't need bail. Later on, you'll learn that these public facilities are run by a private company. They keep admissions high generally, so if you're down on your luck, you end up in a place like this, one of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too. That's why little Sally here is counting her pennies. Isn't that right, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir. Could you point me in the direction of the private company that runs these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
You'll meet the guy who runs You're in Good Company neighbor. That there is his dollar.
That's an awful ways from here, ma'am. This here's the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can make out their headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
They most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Well, gosh, I'm running ever so late already. Thank you so much for the directions and such. Bye.
Anytime.
Well, we've talked on long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show and welcome to Urinetown, the musical.
You have come to see what it's like when people can't be free. People can't be free, can't be free.
First act lasts an hour.
First act lasts an hour.
Don't assume you're
Don't
fine.
assume you're
Let's go
fine.
now, there often is a line.
This is Urinetown. One restroom here at Urinetown. It's unisex at Urinetown, all by design. It's the oldest story
This is Urinetown. This is Urinetown. This is Urinetown. It's the Urinetown story. That's it. The rest is Urinetown. On with the show.
All right, folks, you know the drill. Form a line and have your money ready. We'll not be repeating yesterday's fiasco. And that means you, old man Strong.
496, 497. Just one more. Oh, a penny for a piece, sir. Please, sir, spare a penny for a morning tea, sir.
What's that?
Or a nickel, or a dime.
Out of my way, child. I've pig of my own to tend to.
But
I haven't got it.
Then go get it.
Come on, Penny, you know I'm good for it.
That's what you said last weekend. I still haven't seen Penny once. And it's Miss Pennywise to you.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless
I've grown.
he's my pa, Miss Pennywise. Can't he come in for free just this once?
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. No one gets in for free.
Now, Miss Pennywise, we've all had to make special arrangements with people in high places over the years. Why not let this one be ours?
If old man Strong's getting him for free, then so am I.
Get back there, no one's getting anywhere for free. Don't you think I got bills of my own to pay? Don't you think I have taxes and tariffs and payoffs to meet too? Well, I do. And I don't pay them with promises, see? I pay them with cash. Cold, hard cash. Every morning you all come here, and every morning some of you got reasons why you ain't gonna pay. Well, I'm here to tell you, ya is gonna pay.
Not Miss Pennywise!
No buts, Bobby.
In the name of God, Penny, what difference could it make?
What difference? Our cash is tight, we've got no right, I've heard it all before. Just this once is once too much for once they once don't wanna once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you've gotta go, you've got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like in olden days. You come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my bath now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea, and it's a privilege to be. The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The politicians sexed the toilets and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and give your coins to me. Write your name here in the record book. The authorities will want to look if you've been regular with me. If you pay the proper fee for the privilege to
But Miss
be.
Pennywise!
Privilege to be.
I said no buts, Bob, you got to quit looking ahead.
It's a privilege
I'd like to keep you around,
It's a
but this man ain't coming in for free, not this time.
It's a privilege to be.
Bobby, I can't wait much longer. There's no telling what I might do.
You think you got some kind of right.
Kind of right, kind of right.
You think you'll come in here and go for free.
Now go free.
The only thing you'll get is no for free.
Purgatory.
The only thing is that you see.
It's a privilege to be.
The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The good Lord made sure that what goes in men must soon come out again. So you're no different than from lowly me.
But Miss Pennywise!
That's enough, Bobby. No need to jeopardize your
And I
position.
think I'll charge you twice.
I'm through with all this, you see.
Better yet, have you arrested.
Scraping cash 3 times a
If you
day.
prefer the law gets tested.
Crazy the nitrates half the time.
And in Urinetown,
It's no way to live, I tells ya.
Why
No way to
stop
live.
to fight for the privilege to pay. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pop! Pop, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
More than that, boy. A whole lot more than that.
Looky there!
It's Old Man Strong. He's not waiting. He's right there on the pavement.
If he's going, then I'm going.
Oh, no, you don't! All right, make way! Make way! Make way, damn you, make way!
That's better.
So, if it ain't Old Man Strong,
The same.
is this your doing, Strong?
It is.
Seize him! Violating the Public Health Act is an exiling offense, Strong. Quite exiling!
So what if it is? I feel better now, and that's all I cares about.
Oh, Pa! Always knew we'd get you in the end, Strong. Take him away!
Bobby! Pa! Don't forget me, Bobby! I won't, Pa! Tell your mother! Tell your mother that I love her! I will, Pa! I will! Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me, boys! Remember me!
Remember, Bobby, what became of him?
Remember!
How he indulged a whim?
Remember!
Remember how he made a mockery? He shunned the crockery off to the dockery. Don't be like him. What became of him? What do you mean by that? Just keep your head on the clouds, that's all I'm saying. Good day.
All right, Bobby. Grab him up. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Okay, it's my last few cents, but I'll pay.
Well, come on then.
Oh, Pa, what's become of you?
Back to work then, Bobby. Morning work.
Where's my dough?
Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves, Senator? Where's my dough? From the cob walking his beat to the little baby asleep in his mother's arms, we're all asking the same question. Where's my dough? And by dough, of course, I mean money.
I made my speech. Where's my dough?
Oh, there'll be plenty of dough for everyone, Senator, once the new fee hikes breeze through the legislature.
I was hoping to wait for the vote till my next fact-finding mission to Rio. Wouldn't want to be around when the new fee hikes breeze through.
You think I've gone too far this time, don't you, Fip?
It's a powder keg out there, Gladwell, and this time I think it's gonna blow.
Daddy?
What? Oh, darling, I thought you'd never get here.
Oh, I left just as soon as my exams were finished, Daddy. I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's okay. How is everything, darling?
Oh, fine, Daddy, just fine.
You see there, Mr. McQueen? Beautiful, big-hearted, and now with a head filled with the best stuff money can buy.
Well, sir, the stuff in her head is half as big as the stuff in her heart. I'm sure she'll be running this company in no time.
That'll be all, Mr. McQueen.
Yes, of course, sir.
Why, Hope Gladwell,
Oh, hello, Senator.
all grown up. Come to join your father's little operation?
Just a fax copy position, of course. First day.
A fax copy girl, huh? Your father mentioned he was hiring a new fax copy girl. He forgot, however, to mention how beautiful you'd be.
You're so beautiful, Hope Cladwell. Ever since you were a little girl, I
That's enough, Vic. We don't want to keep you. Got a big day ahead of you. I'm sure you'll have your hands full over the fee hike vote and all.
Well, I'm sure we'll have my hands full, and by this time tomorrow, I fully expect them to be full of cash.
Oh, they'll be full of cash, Senator. We'll all be full of cash, provided the vote comes through.
Oh, the vote will come through just as long as you come through with the cash.
No worries there, Senator. Once the vote comes through, the only thing left to come through will be the cash.
And there'll be no need to worry about the...
I think we understand each other.
Yes, well, goodbye.
Let's meet the staff. Staff? Staff, this here's my daughter and our newest fax copy girl, Hope Cladwell. Hope Cladwell, the good people of You're in Good Company, or UGC as it's known for short.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Hope.
Say a few words, Hope, dear.
Well, it's a great company, and I hope to help make it even greater.
That's right, dear. Absolutely right. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago we came to the people of this community with a simple proposition. Look the other way while we run this company the way we see fit. And we will keep the pee off the street and the water in the ground. Hope here's come to join our little operation and help us keep that promise. So promise me you'll treat her like the Cladwell she is. For one day you may see her standing in the very shoes I'm wearing now. The shoes I wore those many years ago. I saw gray skies foreboding and cold. I saw gray skies and made them ring gold. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they pay for your salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swank. I made Flushing mean flush at the bank. I'm the man with the plan, and so who should you thank?
Who? Mr. Cladwell.
Who, me?
You're so grateful.
Oh, no.
For that bank full of dough. Your Victorian door and his cash that you guard. Could we hope for much more? We really doubt it.
You may be right there.
Mr. Cladwell, you've got riches, which is just what we need. Say hello to you, the Duke of the Ducats.
I can bring in bucks by the buckets.
You're the master, you're making money.
Faster still, the bee's making honey.
You're Mr. Cladwell.
Gosh, Daddy, I never realized large monopolizing corporations could be such a force of good in the world.
You do.
All those coins that we take from the throng end up here where those coins all belong. Lots of coins keep our company strong.
Charging fees as we please is our right, it's not wrong.
They're not free, as some make us seem. We need funds for our big research team.
Many lab coats and test tubes with steam.
What it shows no one knows, hey, but still we can dream.
Of
Mr. Cladwell, finding answers, curing cancers of doubt.
That's my dad!
Your ambitions are high, but your humble as pie. What a wonderful guy, we simply love you.
You're making me blush now.
Mr. Cladwell, you're so godly, oddly perfect and right.
you are continental yet unpretentious.
Fancy-free and so conscientious.
Wise but trendy, tough as a mountain.
Goodness flows from you like a fountain. You're Mr.
Cladwell!
Gosh, Daddy, they all do seem to adore you, so why do I feel so conflicted?
Nonsense. Did I send you to the most expensive university in the world to feel conflicted? Or to learn how to manipulate great masses of people?
To learn how to manipulate great masses of people, Daddy.
then that's exactly what we'll do. Get to faxing.
Oh, and copying.
And Hope, dear, welcome home.
Well, hello there, little Sally. Awful late for a little girl like you to be out, don't you think? Especially on a night like tonight.
Just scraping together some coins before the late night rush is all. Got one to spare?
Sure, little Sally. I'm in a good mood.
Gee, thanks. Say, Officer Lockstock, I was thinking, we don't talk about hydraulics much, do we?
Hydraulics, little Sally.
Yeah, you know hydraulics. Hydration, irrigation, or just plain old laundry. Seems to me that with all this talk of water shortage and drought and whatnot, we might spend some time on those things too. After all, a dry spell would affect hydraulics too, you know.
Why, sure it would, little Sally, but, come here. How shall I put it? Sometimes in a musical, it's better to focus on one big thing rather than a bunch of smaller things. The audience is much happier that way, and it's easier to write.
One big thing,
Yep.
huh? Ow. Then why not hydraulics?
Run along then, little Sally. The late night rush is on, and Miss Pennywise isn't going to hold that gate forever.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for the coin. Bye!
Whew! What a night!
Get everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrel?
Oh, sure, same as always. Did you hear him scream, though, Mr. Lockstock?
Old man Strong?
All the way down to Urinetown.
Sure did, Mr. Barrel. But they all seem to scream in the end now, don't they? As their journey into exile finally comes to a close and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon, they do scream, Mr. Barrel. They most certainly do.
I guess I thought he might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man Strong always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I guess I thought he might, I don't know, surprise us somehow.
Well, if there's one thing I've learned in my many years enforcing the laws of this city, it's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises. Not even from the very toughest among us. On that journey, expect only the expected. Well, it's a hard, cold tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, a bumble down. A slap face smacked with a mace, certain to debase it or stumble down. It's a path that leads you only one place, horrible to retrace and crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a tourney, bubble of a journey to Urinetown.
Julie Cassidy went to a field behind the tree, saw there was no one who could see her pee but me. And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room, didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to a Urinetown.
Well, there are those who think our method's vicious,
Overly malicious,
a bunch of brutes, but it's we who gather for the people,
Catherine to the steeple,
the lawful fruits. Our task, bring a little order.
swindle at a hoarder,
From what he loots, as the book says, certainly a season.
trample out of treason
With hobnail boots.
Roger Roosevelt kept a cup below his belt, cup ran over when he knelt.
He smelt.
We dealt!
And
Joseph, old man Strong, held his peace for much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good, but also wrong.
Well, years passed all into the jungle, scooping out a bungle, nature's bowl. Life of constant deprivation, certain aggravation took its toll. Soon learned power of the truncheon, organized a function, came to pawn. So if peace what you're after? Urinetown's the raptor to hang it on.
Julie Cassidy, Jacob Rosenblum,
Roger Roosevelt,
Julie
Joseph.
Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them. Well, it's a hard, cold, tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, a bumble down. A slap, face, smack with the mace, certain to the base as a crumble down. It's a path that leads you only one place, horrible to retrace, a crumble down. A hard, cold, tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, the Urinetown.
Well, happy hunting, boys. and good night.
So, have you made plans for your journey yet?
To Urinetown?
To Rio, of course.
Ah, yeah. Well, you know, I had to squeeze Cladwell a little bit tighter for our money bribes and monthly payoffs and extortion fees and all these other painful things that we really do squeeze.
Caution, Mr. Lockstock. It would seem we're no longer alone.
Oh, well, I'll be.
If I'm not mistaken, that there's his daughter.
And all grown up, too. Good evening, Miss Glaswell.
Oh, hello, officers.
Awful late for you to be out and about, don't you think?
Oh, I'm just coming home from work. First day.
Long hours?
Just like us.
There was some big vote down at the legislature tonight. Lots of faxing to do.
And copying, I would imagine.
Well,
Oh,
I
yes.
am glad to see you were otherwise engaged. I wouldn't want to catch you out here working on a late night to relieve yourself of free behind the bushes kind of work.
Oh, I wouldn't do that, officers.
I must say, Miss Cladwell, your father mentioned the size and the purity of your heart. But he neglected to mention the size and purity of your beauty.
Does beauty have a size, officer?
In some countries. Well, I better take care on these streets, Miss Gladwell. You don't know what some folks might be willing to do for a couple of coins.
Yep, especially what with the new fee hikes and all.
Oh, I'm not afraid of people, officers.
Oh, no, huh?
No?
No, everyone has a heart, you see. As long as you remember that, you need never fear a soul.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Even criminals?
Even criminals.
Even policemen?
What?
Bobby Strong!
Awful late for you to be out tonight, don't you think, Mr. Strong?
How late taking care of another late night rush is all. There's talk of more fee hikes. People are getting edgy.
Are they? Well, I'm glad to see you are otherwise engaged. Wouldn't want to put you under suspicion for a late night behind the bushes.
I don't have to do that anymore, officers. Not while I work for Penny, I don't.
But you still have to keep your head out of the clouds, though, don't you know?
What do you mean by that?
He means you're a good boy, Bobby Strong. See that you don't end up like your father.
And how did my father end up?
Well, we best be going. Our work is never done. Good night.
Good night. Bobby?
Good night, officers. You were rather brave with them.
I don't care for policemen. Not those two, anyway.
Police protect the peace.
Do they?
Usually.
Didn't I see you down by the amenity this morning?
That was me. I was rushing off to work. First day.
Find your way all right?
The gleaming tower on the hill? Couldn't miss it.
Beautiful.
It is rather shiny, that's true enough.
Did you mean what you said to those policemen? About everyone having a heart?
Well, sure I did.
Well, because mine feels awful cold just about now.
Cold?
Or empty. One of the two.
Not because of me, I hope.
Oh no. Because of something I did.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I've grown.
Or rather, something I didn't do.
Well, if it feels cold, it must still be there, don't you think?
Unless there's a vacuum where it used to be.
A vacuum in your chest? That sounds implausible.
I did something wrong is all I'm trying to say. I can't seem to get it out of my head.
The vacuum?
My actions. I let someone I love down today and I feel real bad.
Well, maybe that's nature's way of telling you it's time to lift someone up.
Really?
Well, sure. Do you think you'd be feeling as bad as you did if you didn't have a heart?
I don't know.
Of course you wouldn't. Because then you'd be dead. When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day. And it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading, you'll follow your heart.
Follow my heart? But to where?
To wherever your heart tells you to go.
Even there?
Even to the clouds, if that's what your heart commands. What's it saying now?
I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
You have to listen carefully. Here, let me try.
Do you...
There it is. It's saying, we all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No meanness or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow. If only you'd follow your heart. See there? Even your heart knows you should follow your heart.
Peace and joy? Plenty of water? I guess I really do want those things.
There was something else your heart was saying too. Maybe something I shouldn't have heard.
There was?
Sure there was. It was barely audible, but there was definitely something.
Well, what was it?
Let me try again. Maybe I can make it out this time. There it is. So faint, it's saying, follow into the open air, far from squalor and noise. Follow, someone is waiting there, someone who shares all your hopes and your joys. Someone is waiting there. Why, my heart was saying those exact words just the other day.
It was?
Sure it was. Squalor and noise, hopes and joys. It was telling me about all those things.
Well, I didn't know two hearts could speak as one.
I didn't either. Until now. Here, listen.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined. They'll beat so much stronger than they could apart. 8 chambers of muscle to hustle the love in our hearts. Love is kind and considerate. Love is peaceful and fair. Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or badness, just laughter and gladness. If only I'd fall
Bobby. Bobby Strong. And good night.
Hope.
Good night, Hope. I won't forget what you told me about the clouds and my heart.
And I won't forget what you said about the laughter and gladness. Wait! When will I see you again?
I'm afraid in this darkness you can't see me at all. But a bright new world is about to start. I can feel it. Come by public amenity number 9 tomorrow, and I'll show it to you.
She loves him, doesn't she, Officer Lockstock?
Sure she does, little Sally. She has to. He's the hero of the show.
Everybody loves Bobby Strong. What's it like, Officer Lockstock?
What's, what like, little Sally?
You're in town.
Oh, I can't tell you that, little Sally.
Why not?
Because it's a secret, that's why. Its power depends on its mystery. I can't just blurt it out like, there is no such thing as Urinetown, we just kill people! No. It has to be oozed out slowly and then burst forth in one cathartic moment somewhere in Act 2 with singing and dancing and things like that.
Oh, I get it.
Well, time to be going, little Sally. It's time for the next scene.
The next running at the minute with the new behind her announced?
That's the one. Keep your head down, little Sally.
And so it is with this piece of paper that the UGC awards amenity number 9, the first of our new and entirely legal fee hikes, which we hope you will all honor and enjoy. Of course, no one knows better than the good people here at You're in Good Company just how difficult times are. But research into finding the long-lasting solutions we need is expensive. So for the time being, our decision is firm, and we look forward to going to Rio with our new project. I mean, we look forward to finding long-lasting solutions. And things like that. Good luck, Miss Pennywise, and I'll see you in, you know where.
You can't do this to us, Miss Pennywise. It'll be Urinetown for the lot of us sooner or later if you do.
And it'll be off to Urinetown for me if I don't. Now get in line and have your money ready. The new fee hike money, that is.
Miss Pennywise!
Bobby Strong! Where the hell have you been?
Been up all night thinking is all.
Up all night thinking, is it? Bobby, you work here now. You don't have to go in the bushes anymore.
Oh, no, I wasn't doing...
Like father, like son, that's what I say. Let's get back to work.
But it was about my father I was thinking about. About what happened to him yesterday. About what's happening to all of us.
He broke the law yesterday, Bobby. That's the end of it.
But what if the law is wrong?
What did you just say?
Said, what if the law is wrong? What if all this is wrong?
Wrong. You got a sweet-looking head, Bobby. A sweet-looking head. But you keep it up there in the clouds day after day after day. And it's gotta come down from there, you hear me? Get that head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. Get it out of the clouds!
Off in the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
All right, folks, you know the drill.
Gleaming and radiant, it's what I'll keep my eyes on.
Same as it's always been.
As the world turns to face the sun and start another day, it suddenly occurs to me that maybe we can find another way. Look at the sky, full of hope and promise. It's a shining ideal, how I reel when I look at the sky.
right, who's first?
I am.
Ma!
We'll take your fee hike money, that is. The
Daily they make us pay our nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Miss Pennywise.
Daily they break us because we have to follow orders.
Haven't you enough, Mrs. Strong?
And we keep filling money bags with broken lives and dreams. But what's it for? I can't ignore these black immoral profit-making schemes. Look at the sky, high above this madness. Here below, feel our shame. It must stop in the name of the sky.
This is all I have, Bobby. Why isn't it enough?
You hold on to that money, Ma.
She'll abide by the law or she will join her husband.
What if there's a new law in town, Miss Pennywise? A new law that didn't come from any voting process or elected body or process of judicial review. A brand new law that came from an organ. That's right, a muscular, blood-pumping organ. Like this one, right here.
A muscular organ?
If this one's too small for you, Miss Pennywise, why not try this one on for size?
It's blinding me! It's blinding!
Look at the sky. There's a great big heart there. There's a heart in the sky. There just is. Don't ask why, it's the sky.
Don't do this, Bobby. You'll regret it.
Oh, I don't think so. Come on, Ma. This one's on the house for everyone forever.
Hooray! Your heart knows all things great and true. All things mere brains could never know. Your heart points to the great big blue where the people's allegiance must go.
Tell me where.
Look at the sky.
Look at the sky.
Look
at the sky.
When we look at the sky.
Oh, Bobby, what's to become of you? What's to become of us all?
Look at the sky.
In the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
It's a banner so wide, flying proudly with pride in the sky.
In the sky.
You'll be off to Rio then, I imagine.
Already have my ticket.
Good work on the floor of the legislature, Phip. It was touch and go there for a while, I understand.
Yes, well, your Beaches of Rio slideshow had them convinced soon enough, just like it did me all those years ago. God, I wish I'd never met you, Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Sorry to interrupt, Daddy. I just wanted to make sure you got your morning faxes.
Why, Hope, you're absolutely glowing.
It would appear that office work agrees with her, what with the faxing and all.
And the copying.
Oh, yes, and the copying. You're a good girl, Hope Cladwell. I used to be one before I met your father.
A good girl?
You heard me! 622, 623, just a few more.
Can I ask you a question, Daddy?
Why, sure, Hope, dear. What is it?
Do you believe in love?
Love. Why do you ask?
Well, no reason. I met this boy, you see.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. We've got a little problem.
Caldwell. Long time no see.
Miss Pennywise.
Anyway, it's about Public Amendment number 9, sir. The people there have rioted.
Rioted?
They're peeing for free, Caldwell. I tried to stop them.
The assistant custodian is refusing to take people's money, sir. A young man by the name of Bobby Strong.
Bobby Strong?
They've rescinded the Public Health Act.
And the Water Preservation Act.
Can they do that?
Strictly symbolic, sir. The crowd gathered there is an unthinkably small percentage of the population as a whole.
What's happening, Daddy? I don't understand.
Oh, I wouldn't expect a good and pure heart like yours to understand.
Mr. Bale and I are ready, sir. Just say the word.
It's a powder keg out there, Cladwell, and I have a very important plane to catch.
Phip, you're not going anywhere, not until we nip this unpleasantness in the bud.
Nip? How so?
You're a Cladwell, Hope. What would you do if your life's work were threatened by the rabble-rousing son of a convicted criminal?
Well, I'd look deep into his heart and try to understand what made it pound so angrily.
Angry, you say? No one gets angry at me. Not without a beat!
A beating? Oh, Daddy, beating people is wrong.
Life's a beating. The sooner you understand that, the better.
Then life is wrong.
Embrace it. I have.
Life should be beautiful.
Life is many things. Look closer, you'll see. I do. A little bunny in a meadow. He's nibbling grass without a care. He's so delightful as he hops for you. You say, hi, bunny, and he stops for you. You pull your trigger and he drops for you. Goodbye, Bunny Boo. Hello, Rabbit Stew. Get me, boys?
You tell him, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the stew. Don't be the dinner. You have better things to do. It ain't no joke. That's why it's funny. So take your cue. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
But Daddy, we're talking about people, not animals.
People are animals, oh dear.
Animals with huge incisors and big floppy feet?
Look closer, you'll see it. I do. I see them everywhere. A little bunny at a toll booth. He needs a measly 50 cents. Our little bunny didn't plan ahead. Poor bunny simply hasn't got the bread. He begs for mercy but gets jail instead. Huss and feathers in the air as the bunny gets the chair. See the moral, people?
Clear as day, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the dope. Don't be the loser. You're much better than that hope. You're born to power. You're in the money. Advice to you. Be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
A little bunny in a toll booth.
You heard me.
But Daddy, bunnies don't drive cars.
Oh, don't they?
No, actually I don't think they do.
Live long enough, oh dear, you'll see many things.
Even a daughter doubting her own father?
A little bunny in a shoebox. He thinks he's found a brand new home. So snug and cozy on your closet floor. And then you open up your closet door. Now what's that bunny in my closet for? With a mallet and some clippers, you find out new bunny slippers. Grasp the message, staff.
Right behind you, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the shoe. You don't get stepped on. No, the one who steps is you. You step it up to where it's sunny. Step on the floor. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny. Now, get yourselves together. It's time we bag ourselves a few rabbits. Let's go!
one at a time. We'll all get a turn.
Here's some cash, Bobby, just for you.
Oh, keep your cash, friend, and relieve yourself in happiness.
Busy day so far. Busiest on record, if these books are right. How's that urinal holding up?
Oh, a little spillage. Not too much to be concerned about. The people are happy, that's all that matters. Wait! Everybody, remain calm.
It's gonna take a lot of explaining to keep us calm. Bobby Strong.
We've taken control of this amenity, officers. The people here pee for free.
That's my amenity, officers. I want all of these people taken away.
Officer Lockstock! What's happening?
It's the Act 1 finale, little Sally. This is where Cladwell comes to snuff out the uprising. It's a big song and dance number involving the entire cast.
Snuff out the uprising? But what about Bobby's dreams?
Oh, little Sally. Dreams only come true in happy musicals and a few Hollywood films, and this is neither one of those.
This may not be a happy musical, Officer Lockstock, but it's still a musical. And when a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for dreams.
Bobby!
Hope!
I told you to follow your heart, Bobby, not seize an amenity.
I did follow my heart, Hope, thanks to you.
The amenity won't take much more of this uprising, Caldwell. Bobby's a sweet boy, but not sweet enough to sweeten that spillage. Not by a long shot.
The amenity will take as much as it has to, Miss Pennywise. The days of deprivation are over for these people.
The days of deprivation have just begun if this madness continues one moment longer.
Sure, Mr. Cladwell. That's what you've been saying for 20 years. And for 20 years, we've waited for the long-term solutions that never came. We're done waiting. You see, for today marks a new day. A day where the ideals of human dignity are more than just a forgotten notion, but a living, breathing reality. A new day of hope and happiness, where the people pee for free because the people are free! Free, people are free. How could a fee enslave us? See how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
Free, people are free. How can it be? Enslave us. See how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
From every hill, every steeple, ring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, breaking the clouds of gray to sing of today. Sing of today. Sing of today. Sing today. Sing today. Sing today.
Hope, best to come back here with your father. Dear, the police will want to charge soon.
Your father?
Charge, Daddy, these people need understanding, not brutality.
On the contrary, Hope dear, a little brutality is exactly what these people need.
He just wants the people to be happy. Isn't that worth something?
Happy, you say? Happy? So you unhappy, Mr. Strong? Did you say happy, Mr. Strong? If the people be today, they'll be as happy as a pup. With no rules and no more fees to pay, things would be looking up. But too bad the water that we share could fit inside a cup. What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong?
But what if today?
But what of tomorrow, Mr. Strong? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong. Our resources are as fragile as a newborn baby's skull. With your actions, you adopt the child and leave a lifeless soul. Could it be you're so short-sighted, so insensitive, so dull? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong.
But what if today?
You are wrong, Mr. Strong. You and your socialistic wrong. If If the people be for free, they'll push the system to the brink. If today this village tell us how tomorrow will not stink. If it's you and me now, Mr. Strong, which one of us will click? I say it's you, Mr. Strong, for on the subject of tomorrow. You are wrong! Officer Lockstock, prepare your man.
Everybody in the amenity will be relatively safer in there.
Oh, Bobby, why didn't you tell me you were going to start a revolution?
Maybe for the same reason you didn't tell me you were clad well.
I'm still the same girl I was last night.
The same girl would have joined us by now, Hope.
I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I cannot fight against him, which is why you can join us, or you can stand aside.
Stand aside?
You hurt me.
Bobby, think you're standing on the brink. You'll be arrested soon, perhaps as soon as noon. And I could never bear to see you taken where the guilty peers meet, the toilet judgment
You
seat.
said to follow your heart. Here's where my heart leads. Now I'll do my part to banish all needs. You made me to see fantastically clear. When people be free, nothing to fear. Your words were like seeds. At first they seemed mild. They grew into deeds. This riot's our child. Seem today, not tomorrow. And the lives of sorrow. Today, seem today.
You picked a fight you can't win today, Mr. Strong. Your rabble is no match for my men.
He's right, Bobby. They have two men. And we're also poor.
Now, release the girl and face your punishment like a man.
Release? No one's holding.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I grow.
You can punish our bodies, Mr. Gladwell, but you can never punish our spirit! Punish our bodies? I never agreed to any punishment of my body!
Punishment is all you'll ever know once you release the girl.
Bobby, help
You are wrong, Mrs. Strong. You are wrong, Mrs. Strong. Very wrong, Mrs. Strong. You are wrong, Mrs. Strong.
Bobby,
You are wrong, Mrs.
Looks like we're in a really tight spot.
I suppose we should leave.
Oh, they'll never let you leave now, Bobby.
What have I done? Remember me, boys?
Now without you they won't. Which is why you're coming with us.
Coming with you? I told you, Bobby, I can't fight against my father.
I told you I can't not fight against him.
But how can I come with you and not fight against my father? Unless, dear God, Bobby, no!
From every hill, every steeple, bring out the anthem of the people, making your right way, traveling a thousand ways. Sing from today, sing from today, and then you're sing from today, sing your praise, sing your praise, sing your praise. Keep your men back, Cladwell. We've got your daughter, and we're not letting her go.
Bobby, what are you?
In the name of the sky, you're coming with us!
We're gonna walk out of here alive, and you're going to let us. That is, if you care about your daughter.
You're making a terrible mistake, Mr.
Let
Strong.
the girl go, Bobby. She's done nothing wrong.
Don't let the girl go. And follow me.
Boss, what do we do?
Seize them.
No!
Don't let them get away.
Help her! Help
Now,
her!
run! Everybody, run for your lives. Run! Pull loose!
one. As you can see, the rebel poor are making their getaway with hope as their hostage. As for the rest of us, we've all been thrown into confusion because, well, we're moving so damn slow. So we don't get to catch them. Not yet. Enjoy intermission, and we'll see you shortly. Hello there, and welcome to Act 2. A few things have changed since we last saw each other, so let me catch up to speed on a few things. As you may recall, the rebel poor have taken Hope hostage and used her as a shield against due punishment from my, man. Rumor on the street is they're holed up in a secret hideout somewhere. Perhaps it's this one. Here.
Where the hell is Bobby? And little Sally? And old Ma Strong? They should be back by now.
Who we kidding? The police probably nabbed them hours ago. It's only a matter of time before their whereabouts is tortured out of them, and it'll be off to Urinetown for the lot of us.
What do you think it's like?
Urinetown? Don't even ask. I got my suspicions.
Oh yeah?
Nobody knows for
Sure,
sure.
kid. Everyone's got their suspicions. I got plenty of them. So many suspicions. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's the end. Swift and brutal punishment, no need now to pretend.
The tractor's sprung and then you're hung, and when they cut you down, they'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it Urinetown, town, 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 town.
Hey! Dance! Never do they dance. Those people down in Urinetown, they never get the chance. Dance and forget it, never not a note, unless it's at the bottom of a rope.
So don't get your hopes up. And I say if they're not back soon, we give it to her like her father was gonna give it to us.
People hear a lot of things about Urinetown, and that's just the way we like it, of course. For example, once a little boy once asked me, is Urinetown actually a nice place to live? Gingerbread houses along frothy golden canals, like Venice, but different. I didn't say yes. I didn't say no.
I want them found, damn it. I want my daughter released, and I want Bobby Strong punished.
Sir, we're working round the clock, but as the sign says, it's a secret hideout.
Enough of your excuses, Lockstock. You have weapons, use them.
But sir!
What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my idol. So send your troops to all the stoops and let them understand. If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land.
Hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land, 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 land.
Dance, dance, ding-ding-ding-dong, dance. Those people with my daughter want to make me change my stance. Stance, dance, forget it. Never, not a nine. I'll teach her not to take for good.
So we must have hurried, basically.
Oh yes, the quarrel.
That was a close one, Bobby. I thought Beryl saw us for sure.
We'll have to stay on our toes, Mom. That is until we distribute the rest of these memos to the other assistant custodians around the city.
Do you think they'll join us?
It's hard to say. They're scared like we used to be scared. But if it's true what they say about everyone having a heart, they'll have to join us. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a line, a means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not ship their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow.
How, 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 how?
Dance, dance, listen to it dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, let's ripple waltz, performing coronary somersaults.
Your heart is like a stallion?
I'll explain on the way. Come on, Ma. Tell me where they are, little Sally. Let me know where they are and I'll see things go easy on you.
Easy on me. You mean like sending me to the nice part of Urinetown?
That can be arranged!
Save it for one of your other stoolies, Officer Lockstock. My heart's with the rebellion. And besides, the way I see it, I'm already in Urinetown. We all are. Even you.
Me? In Urinetown?
Sure, the way I see it, Urinetown isn't so much a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is Urinetown? Urinetown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you've asked about. For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless down and out.
For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless down and out.
For Urinetown is your town. If you're hopeless, down and out. Little Sally, where'd you go? Enjoy the rest of the show and what's left of it anyway. Oh, little Sally, what did you mean by metaphysical?
I say 5 more seconds, and then she gets the rope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeez, that was a close one. Cops crawling all over the place.
Little Sally, where the hell have you been?
Spying near the tower is all. Caldwell and Phip and Miss Pennywise, they was all meeting up there. Having some kind of I don't know what you want to call it, a quorum of some kind.
That's it. She gets the rope.
The rope? String her up. Wait a minute. You can't just give her the rope.
Why not?
Because killing her would make us no better than them.
Haven't you heard, little Sally? We are no better than them. In fact, we're worse.
Worse?
What do you think they talk about in those quorums they got up there? How good we are! So listen up now. Any second those cops are gonna bust in here and bust us up like a bunch of overripe cantaloupe. So I say as long as our juice has gotta spill all over this floor here, her juice has gotta spill too. Gladwell juice. Then we'll see who's better than who. Look at her there, all bound up, gagged and tied, with her head full of hair and her heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each arrogant care. Bing, bang, boom, let's get tough, playing rough, snuff that girl.
Snuff that girl? But killing people is wrong.
Then why does it feel so right? I'm just here in a hole on a lamb with a heart full of fear. What a wreck, what a sham. No cops will be here, busting heads mighty quick.
But we'll beat them to the punch when we stuff out that shit.
We tried to win what we should.
Wasn't glad.
Then they learned that
He's doing that.
nuts, they all close, so they say to the tree. Looky here, here's an acorn from Gladwell I see.
She is the nut,
And of course, we're the squirrel. She is what will save a wind's cloud. So let's love that girl.
Bing.
Bing!
A big bang.
Big bang.
Big bang, boom!
Boom!
Yeah!
Okay, now snuff.
Stop the girl!
Yeah.
Snuff the girl. Snuff her!
Oh yeah, let's go.
Stop the girl! Stop the girl!
A message like ours works a little better under extremely unbalanced circumstances.
Such as we have right here.
Exactly! Now get the rope!
That's right, the rope! String it up! That's
Anger!
String up the strumpet daughters of the criminal urinal chain owner Gladwell.
Anger! Anger!
Enough!
What?
Bobby, strong!
No one's gonna be killing anyone around here.
Why not?
She's our security blanket, that's why.
But that's the thing, Bobby. Killing her might make us feel powerful for a moment.
Friends, I know you're afraid, but this has got to be about more than revenge and the vicarious thrill of stringing someone up who can't defend herself.
But why? We want to hang her up as revenge for her father's crimes.
I think he's just in love with her. That's what I think.
Maybe I am. And maybe I made a promise up there that from this day forward, no man would be denied his essential privileges due to the condition of his pocketbook. That no man in need would be ignored by another with the means to help him. Here and now, from this day forward. Because of you. And you. And you. We'll look on the faces of our fellow men and see not only a brother, but a sister as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
When did he say that? I don't remember him saying that.
All I remember him saying was, run for your lives, run!
Wait. That was in the heat of battle. And in the heat, the actual hotness of battle, the cry of freedom sounds something like, run, freedom, run, freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday. So then you better run, freedom, run away.
I'm frightened.
Oh yes, well you should be. Freedom is scary. It's a blast of cool wind that burns your face to wake you up.
Literally?
Yes. There's a trickle of sweat.
There's a trickle of sweat.
Dripping in your ear. Still you gotta run away. Now don't you fret and never fear. Freedom's one. Freedom, run away. There's a great big Gladwell on your tail. And he's putting his hands on your trail. Oh, I'm simply laying out the facts. The great big Gladwell's making back to you. Ain't no time to relax. Run, freedom, run.
Run, freedom, run.
Freedom, run away.
Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run. Freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday.
3, 4.
Then you better run away.
Run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday. So then you better run. Hallelujah. With the wind in your hair, you'll run to freedom's glory. That freedom sun will shine. I love your freedom story. I said freedom. I said freedom. Run away.
What do we do now?
The police are gonna be looking at us, that's for sure.
When the time comes, we fight the police.
But how?
With blood, guts, brains if we have to. It may take years, and some of us will almost certainly not make it through the revolution alive. Maybe all of us. But fight on we will, for all decades necessary, till freedom rules the people of this land.
Decades? How about a real plan?
I've got a real plan.
What? Miss Pennywise, how did you find us?
I thought you'd be here. No one knows the sewer systems like you do, Bobby.
Or you?
Clydwell wants to talk to you, Bobby.
About what?
Well, he wants to discuss the situation with you, man to man. He says he now understands how unhappy the people of this community have become, and he wants to discuss a solution with you, peacefully.
Now there's a shortcut.
That'll save us on decades of struggle. Yeah, but can we trust him?
Mr. Caldwell does not want to fight, Mrs. Strong. He just wants his amenities up and running, smooth and natural. That's all he's ever wanted.
What do you think, little Sally?
I think that it might be difficult for your love to grow with hope tied to that chair for the rest of her life.
All right, I'll go.
Bobby, no! What if it's a trick?
It's just a chance I'll have to take.
But what about the girl?
Well, she's gonna stay here. Any funny business, and she gets it. You tell that to Cladwell.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Likewise with the girl. You give it to her, we give it to him. You get me?
We'll be careful.
Stay calm, Hope, darling. We'll get you out of this in no time.
Oh, come on. Get out of here.
Hello, Bobby.
Oh, Hope,
So this is the bright new tomorrow you were telling me about.
I don't blame you for being upset with me, Hope. But your father gave us no choice.
They might not have taught me much at the most expensive university in the world, but they did teach me this much. Kidnapping people is wrong.
Really? They taught you that there?
I thought we had something special, Bobby.
We do have something special together, Hope. But until love rules this people instead of fear, love has about as good a chance as a little baby bunny drowning in a boiling vat of water.
Maybe less.
I don't blame you for being upset with me, Hope.
I didn't know what I meant to do.
Look to your heart, Hope. I think the answers to what you're looking for are there somewhere in the tissues.
But wait! When will I see you again? When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, you're repeating, it's leading you'll follow. Oh, Bobby.
You've caused a lot of excitement over the last few days, Mr. Strong. gotten a lot of people riled up.
This is only the beginning. The people have just begun to fight.
Keeping my daughter confined against her will? Is that how the people fight?
They fight by any means necessary.
The streets are still ours, Mr. Strong. Your people are just held up in some underground sewer.
They'll be up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. There's a disturbance in public meeting number 35, number 16 as well. Word's begun to spread. People have gathered at all the rest. They're waiting to see what young Bobby will do after he talks with you, of course.
Of course. Mr. McQueen, do you remember the stink years, Mr. Strong? Those first years when the water table started to drop and then just kept on dropping? No one thought they had much time then, and many of us did, well, questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding, and riots broke out like there was no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow if you're tough enough to cling to it, which is why I've asked you here tonight. Some people see me as an evil man.
Mr. Cladwell, how can you say that? You say that, sir.
But the truth is, I'm no more evil than you, or Miss Pennywise, or any of those poor people you insist on trying to lead. I'm just a simple man trying to cling to tomorrow every day by any means necessary.
What happens when the drought is over?
Over? Well, we can always hope, I suppose. But until then, our regimen of controlling consumption through the regulating mechanism of cash must continue.
Yes, the regulating mechanism of cash.
No, Bobby, I want you to have this cash. And I want you to tell all the people that the powers that be grant full amnesty to those involved in this week's criminal activity, so long as they're willing to return to the improved schedule as authorized by the legislature. Now, don't let it happen again, and have a good time in Rio.
So many tomorrows.
Yes.
But I'm afraid my conscience will cost you more than a pile of cash, Mr. Cladwell.
Bobby, it really is an awful lot of cash.
Free access is the only cash I'm interested in.
I thought we had an understanding, Bobby.
And understand this. There truly is a way to that bright, new tomorrow. We'll find it together, all of us, not just the wealthy few. And that means free access.
Free access is impossible.
And that's what I'll tell the people.
Stop! We'll not return to the stink years, Mr. Strong. I'll not allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
I have spent a lifetime building this company, paying off the police, bribing the political elite, and snuffing out popular resistance as if it were a naughty baby body in the palm of my hand. My right hand. And I've centralized all power to a pinpoint spot, right here, between these two ears. And I'll not let some dreamy-eyed boy who can't remember the stink years ruin all that. Seize him!
Bob, there's no telling what they'll do to the girl. Caldwell, just don't do this.
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
He really is as evil as they say.
You think just because I love my daughter, I'll stop clinging to tomorrow?
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I've closed my heart to love once. I can do it again. Away with him then, to Urinetown, Officer Lockstock, with all haste! With all haste!
Life was Cladwell! Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, when I talked, I should have walked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that man?
Mr. McQueen, you to hold to police headquarters. We'll want all hands on deck for tonight. You, and you, come with me. We'll check out these little disturbances. And Vic,
Yes, Cladwell.
assemble the legislature. I want full authority for the coming crackdown.
And dirty my hands with this bad business, not on your life.
Don't kid yourself, Vic. Your hands are as filthy as a child after sandbox time. But don't worry, you can wash them soon enough. Wash them on the banks of the Rio del Rio. Now go, you, and you, come with me.
Why did I listen to that crook? A little bribe and cash is all it really took. That's how that craven toilet maiden made me cave in. I'm a schnook. Why did I listen to that crook?
You lied to us, Gladwell. You told us one thing, then you did another. That's what you did, Gladwell. That's what you did.
Come on then, young Bobby. You can't keep screaming all the way down to Urinetown.
Now, Hope, she's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her.
What happens to you happens to all of us sooner or later. Rather later than sooner, I'd say.
But not to Hope. Oh, God, please, not to Hope.
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get Urinetown, off you'll go to Urinetown, away you'll go to Urinetown. Now no more fuss.
Let go of me, I can't save Hope.
There's no saving Hope now, Miss Pennywise.
And there may be no saving you.
Oh no, we'll take this, and that, and this, and a few of these.
Why did I listen to that boy? He spoke of hopes and dreams and filled me with his joy. How can I know he loved me so? Was it for show? Was I his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
What's it like? This Urinetown I've heard so much about.
Perhaps better for us to show you.
What's this? Where are we?
You, my boy, stand on the threshold to a new world. The door is in front of you. Step through and Urinetown awaits.
Door? More like railings. Pigeons? A rooftop?
And a drop. A decisive drop.
I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear. The time for understanding is at hand. Welcome, then, to the very gates of Urinetown itself.
Why did I listen to them then?
Why did I listen to my dad? I went to work for him. He said he was so glad. Was he sincere?
Now it's clear.
And now I fear that I've been had. Why did I listen to
That crook.
This is Urinetown, Lord. That is Urinetown. You must go to Urinetown. Urinetown.
Wait, there's Public Amenity number 47. And the legislator and my boyhood home. Why, we're just on top of the UGC headquarters building is all. And this is our town.
Yes, yes it is.
But how can it be that we're in our town and Urinetown at the same time unless... Oh God, no, you couldn't have!
Over you go.
Wait, you're just gonna throw me off the roof and that's supposed to be Urinetown? Death is Urinetown?
That's one interpretation.
Why did I listen to my heart? I heard it's calling me, this revolution start. So let the dog take up my sound, I will see that he is wrong. Why did I listen to my Why did I listen to my heart? I heard it's calling me, this revolution start. So let the dog take up my sound, I will see that he is wrong. Why did I listen to my Why did I listen to my Why did I listen to
Bucket and a mop, Mr. Barrel. You know the drill.
An agreement by now. They're not one to dilly-dally.
All night the sirens and the screaming. Maybe they're celebrating.
He won't let us down. He's a good boy, my Bobby Strong. If anyone can find a way to freedom, he can.
Otherwise, she gets the rope. That's the plan, isn't it?
Let's not go getting ahead of ourselves, shall we? Little Sally, what's going on up there?
It's...
Yes?
I saw Bobby.
And?
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why do you say that, little Sally?
Well, they threw him off a building.
What are you saying? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby, the policeman. They threw him off a building.
The police threw Bobby off of a building?
They couldn't have done such a thing. We have Cladwell's daughter.
Well, they did.
Is he all right?
Well, Lizzie.
Bobby! The policeman came soon enough, but not before I heard his last words.
His last words?
That's right. They were about her.
Well, what were they?
They were, tell her I love her. Tell her I'll always be with her. And I will see her in a better place where hope is always new. Ours was a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed. Yet in that love there lives a brand new hope. It's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and fine. It's docile and kind.
A pickle in the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I fear my life is spent.
No one is innocent. No one.
No one is innocent? What did he mean by that?
I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. The fall was so horrible.
Not innocent. Was he talking about me? Not innocent what?
Not innocent. Who the hell does he think he is?
Yeah.
What? Wait, I don't know. Wait, please. There's more. He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them. I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand. And cheek to cheek and breast to breast. There still is hope, I see it in this light.
Yes?
If only.
Yes?
And then he expired.
That bastard Cladwell lied to us.
Who will lead us now?
First he took my Joseph, and now he takes my Bobby.
What do we do? We're lost. Lost, I tell you. The rebellion is over.
Destroyed with a shove.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do to her what they did to him.
Yeah. Do to her what they did to him.
Or you can take me instead. What? A Miss Pennywise! Seize her! Yes, do whatever you feel you need to do. Just please spare the child.
Old woman, you've been grasping and conniving all this time. Why so giving now?
Because Hope is my daughter. And I am her mother. Yes, Hope, it's true. I am the one-time lover of Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Strumpets!
Slattern. Call me what you will, but it was during the stink years, you see. None of us thought we had much time left. So many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, the hoarding, of course. But there were also the fond farewells, the late-night trysts. Life was an explosion of riots, cheap cabarets, dancing girls,
And love.
Yes, and love. There was love like no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow of some kind or another. After you were born, Caldwell made me promise to never reveal my identity to you, for I was somewhat of a strumpet back in my day. But never in my wildest dreams.
Enough! My heart is telling me many things right now, as you can all well imagine. But one thing is bellowing louder than anything else, and that's when there's a wrong in this world. We must right it. You did a wonderful thing by coming here today, Miss Pennywise. Mom. And if you can reform yourself, I believe we can reform a lot more than we know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion, if you want to do to me what they did to Bobby, I wouldn't blame you. Caesar! But if this rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, I would blame you. All of you. Kill me, and the revolution dies with me. Let me lead you, and the revolution will be triumphant.
Lead us? She's mad.
Lead you to the very core center of my father's empire.
I've got a key.
Oh, and the guards know not to question me, but once we're there, we'll question Daddy. Oh yes, we will question him plenty.
Why should we trust you?
Because Bobby, your hero, loved me, and I loved him.
Oh, dear girl, on behalf of the rebellion, perhaps in time, we too might love you as well.
Oh, and isn't that what it's all really about? Love? Now let's go do to them what they were ultimately gonna do to us. Yeah!
With a lust for saving water, man gives daughter up for dead.
Play it on your Stradivari. We're not sorry, not a shred.
An absolute maze, that's what the sewer system is.
I'm going down to check the sewers again. You stay up here and guard the streets.
I've been meaning to ask Mr. Lockstock. Have you ever thought about what we've been doing? With the killings in them.
It may surprise you to learn that sometimes I do. But the security and safety of this people are my primary concerns. I love the people of this town, Mr. Barrow, very much. Mr. Cladwell's edicts may be their only hope.
And I love you very much.
I see.
Oh, that went pretty well.
Shut up, evil! In air! Then ask why the bride gets jury. Now you're sorry, you're up there.
I'm perfectly capable of
my own way to the legislature, you know.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell wouldn't like you running off, what with the coming crackdown and all.
So what if I am running off? What if I'm on my way right now to the airport to catch the last flight to Rio? What would you say to that?
Can I come?
Tomato from debasing, need erasing, need a knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. They're not sorry. Hey, that's life.
Stock and barrel, Mr. McQueen.
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer system.
That's where they'll be keeping hope, I imagine. I just pray that when we meet in heaven, she can find it in the vastness of her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
What? Oh, darling, thank goodness you're okay. And safe.
I'm not safe yet, Daddy, but soon I will be. Soon, all the people in this land will be safe.
Most of us, anyway.
What?
It's all over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away? But to where?
To the same place you sent young Bobby.
And old so-and-so.
And all those who wouldn't or couldn't pay your criminal fee hikes.
Seize him!
Oh, darling, what is the meaning of this?
Daddy, I think it's time you join your expat community in Urinetown.
Hope you're making a terrible mistake. You need me more than you know.
We don't need you, Daddy. The only thing we need now is freedom for all the people.
And love.
Yes, and love.
Hope. I used to think that way too, before the stink years. But worldwide ecological devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young to realize it now, but there really are things more important than love. Food, water, shelter, for example.
And piles of cash.
It wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. So long power, so long money. I'm the bunny this time round. Aren't you sorry?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Just on sound.
Take him away.
I regret nothing, you hear me? I might have been a bad father and a cruel and vicious man, but I kept the pee off the streets and the water in the ground. You hear me? I kept the water in the ground.
So what now, Miss Cladwell?
Now is a new beginning for all of us. Now is a new day where each of us, regardless of race, class, creed, or criminal history, can come together as one and share in the fruits of our labor as one. Now is the dawning of a new age of compassion with the right to do whatever you want, wherever you want, with whomever you'd like, in whatever location you'd like. Today marks the last day of an age of fear, an age that lasted far too long. Today marks the first day of a new age, A new age
Don't say it.
of hope. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in you. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people, me and you.
As you guessed it, Hope took over her father's company, instituting a series of reforms, allowing all people to pee for free whenever they like, wherever they like, with whomever they like, for as long as they like. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority and operated as a public trust for the benefits of the public.
Officer Lockstaff, where'd you go?
Just keep my head down, little Sally. Something you should learn to do.
Aren't you scared the rebels are going to see you?
Oh, well, I may be a cop, but I'm also the narrator, which means no one can touch me, not if they want this show to end.
All the people peeing at will. The world is a much better place thanks to the revolution.
Actually, Miss Cladwell, just before your father died, he created a study of water consumption.
My father was a tyrant. We need never fear him again.
Sisters and brothers fight for the river.
Fathers and mothers,
Babies too.
all in the family.
Push toward the river. Shove toward the river. Why don't you step in the river? Wade in the river. Soak in the river. Through and through. Once in the river, you are the river. Friends on the shoreline jump into.
Of course, it wasn't long until the water turned silty, brackish, and then dried up altogether. As cruel as Caldwell B. Cladwell was, his measures effectively regulated water consumption, sparing the town the fate of the phantom Urinetown. Hope chose to ignore the signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of a musical is this? The good guys finally take over, then everything starts falling apart?
It's like I said, little Sally. This is not a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, little Sally, yes it is.
Such a fever. If only I had a tall, cold glass of water, I might have a fighting chance.
But don't you see, Mrs. Strong? The glass of water's inside you. It always has been.
It has
Of course it has. Don't you know what you are?
a river.
That's right. We all are. I am the river, you are the river. He is the river, she is too. All the river flowing for freedom, flowing for justice, let's free
We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view. You see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view.
I don't think many people are gonna come see this musical, Officer Lockstock.
Why is that, little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told their way of life is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can't we do a happy musical next time?
If there is a next time, little Sally, sure we can. Well, that's our story. Hope eventually joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle. Mr. McQueen opened up a bottling factory outside of Brasilia, which did quite well, until the Amazon dried up. Then he moved. As for the people of this town, well, they did as best they could, for they were weaned as they were on their forefathers' scare tactics. But when the water dried up, they saw for the first time what their town really was, what it was always waiting to be. This